You're being asked to create a sacred space. Once again, sacred space. So this keeps coming out. I feel like this can almost be like a physical thing. Like maybe you really need a sacred space or space for someone to come in, both mentally, physically, emotionally, all of that. It could be a lot of soul clutter within the system that needs to be within your system that needs to be cleaned out. So let's just say that your twin decided to run in today and say, hey, let's get married. Would you be ready for that? Would you be ready to bring in the rainbow child that is promised to not just to you, but to the collective? Would you be ready to set off on the journey? Do you know what your purpose is? Do you know how to release? Do you know how to communicate? Do you know how to flow with the energy? Do you know how to detach? Do you know how to forgive? Do you know how to heal? Are the lessons learned? These are all the things that the twin journey asks you to take notice of, to take note of. This is the journey to get to the promised land, which is to restore the divine, to restore the family. So this is CharEMck. Time out for you. Look at the signs to align. All right, so let's go here for a second. What are the signs to align? I'm hearing music. Music, people. Music. Music, dance, laughter, and joy. Great. I love that. All right, so give me some clues to alignment. Oh, journaling. Yep, shadow work. So there's some shadow questions that my collective needs to be looking at. Because now's the time for growth. A lot of you are going to be initiated soon. And you have to go beyond the cycles. You have to go beyond those cycles for true expression. Authentic expression of the word. So that we also see the throat chakra coming out. You have to express what's really in your heart. You have to get that energy out. That's a part of forgiveness, is getting the energy out so that you can see it, so you can express it. That's why Spirit gave me journaling. Journaling is a great way to do that. Dreaming as well. Some of you may be dreaming a lot. In your dreams, you may have a guide come to you, a spirit guide that's going to come to you in your dreams to let you know some things that you need to do in order to begin the healing on this journey. Okay, guys, so I paused to go get my other deck because I'm going to give us some healing advice before I close out. It's running on like 36 minutes. Not that long, but long enough. So we want to go beyond the cycles here to express the truth back to the divine blueprint, origin blueprint, right? All right, so what are some things? All right, got some stuff right away here. Okay, so integrity. So integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest. There's truth that needs to be spoken here. Maybe some of you feel that you've been stifled. You haven't been able to speak your truth for whatever reason. You're being told now to liberate that guilt, that fear, whatever it is, get it out of your system and speak your truth. So what this is telling me is there going to be some communication coming in. I did see this in another read as well. There's going to be some communication coming in. When this communication comes in, the truth needs to be spoken between these two. And it needs to be done in a way that's loving, a way that's, integrity. You're not yelling at each other, not cursing each other out, but it needs to be expressed. Once that truth is expressed, there's a freedom. There's going to be a freedom in that. Whoa. Once that truth is expressed, That's when we get commitment. So some of you may be wondering why this communication hasn't come in yet between the one that you feel is your twin. And the reason that communication may not have come in yet, if you're not in communication with each other, is because there's no integrity between the two. Meaning, truth can't be spoken. This will be a meaningless conversation that would just keep you backsliding. It isn't going to be one to evolve you into the next step. Until you're able to come up with, until you're able to heal enough to have another conversation, not the same conversation you've been having over and over and over and over again, one that's going to pull this forward into the commitment that it needs to be, so no one is running and being repelled, this conversation isn't going to happen. I hear spirit saying, we're not going to let it happen. No matter, there has to be a transparency between these two. It has to be a transparency there. That's the sacred space that needs to be shared. The telepathy, the multidimensional, the honoring each other, the communing. This actually says communing with each other. That's a very different energy than just having a conversation about, this is not going back and forth. This is not arguing with each other and all of that. That's not what this is. This is coming into union. This is the vision of unity that's being expressed. This is the lesson that needs to be learned, is how do you forgive